You are now tuned into the Team Lonely Child Boxing Podcast. Better watch out, better watch out, better watch out.
Welcome to Team Lonely Child Boxing, keeping it real boxing, everything boxing. How everybody doing today, man? Hope y'all had a wonderful, blessed holiday. Hope y'all had got to see, the graduates in your family walk across the stage and so forth, man. Got a lot to get into, so we're gonna go ahead and start getting it in. You know what I mean? So, woo! It's a big week, big weekend. Everything is lit. A lot going on, man. Last weekend we had a lot of great action, so we're gonna get started right now, man. I know we all, have different views of what happened in the Devin Haney fight. We all got different views of what we thought it actually happened or what we think we saw. Got different verdicts and whatnot. The bottom line is the kid he got the job done. That's first and foremost. He boxed beautiful in the early rounds, boxed beautifully throughout the fight, and then, as the fight went on, got himself into a little trouble, got rocked, and he was like hurt. So when that happens, of course, it drew a lot of reaction from a lot of people. But let's dive into what that actually means and what that did. You know what I mean? What we found out is this, simple and plain. He got hurt. He was hurt bad. He ended up holding on for the last 2 to 3 rounds. Did enough because he had the points in the early part of the fight that he already had added up, had the rounds in the bag, so he was able to hold on to get the W. But what happens from there is this, simple and plain. Some of those shots that Lenoir was able to land, he was starting to land them earlier in the fight. It didn't just happen in the 10th round. He was like Devin was dominating, Devin was winning, Devin was doing what he had to do, but he was catching some big shots. He was catching some big shots in between. And then finally, as the fight went on, Lenoir was even able to land a few combinations that also got him in deep trouble, that also got him hurt. So what this shows is this. Going forward, we see that Devin is a good boxer, but he's not a puncher. He's not a banger. You know what I mean? So he tried it. He made a mistake that, a lot of fighters make, listening to what the people on the outside saying. You're born, you this, that, and the third. So he wanted to make a statement. He tried to get the guy out there and got himself into trouble. Now, going forward, the key to this for everybody is this. He gets better, his situations get better if the people around him don't lie to him. Listen, you got caught, bro. You got caught. You got hurt. So now going forward, we're going to have to you got to box. You got to box. Fight your fight. Outbox the fighter, outslick the fighter, do what you got to do to get the W. But standing toe-to-toe, banging, and all that, that's not your game. That's not the game we can play. That's not the game you can afford to play because the other guys that's in the division are all punches. Ryan has a big punch. Rolly has a pretty good punch. Tank has an incredible punch. Teofimo is a puncher. So I'm pretty sure as you saw the reaction from Ryan Garcia and Rolly and guys like that, you saw the reaction for those guys. So I'm pretty sure the guys that were kind of nervous about getting in the ring with Devin because of what happened against Lenoir, they're going to be queuing up to get in the ring with him. They're going to be eager, a little more eager. So that worked for him and it worked against them because now the guys that probably was like, nah, we're going to fight him now, they're a little bit more eager because they think they can make a statement. But they got the people around them got to tell them the truth. If you get in the ring with these guys, you got to outbox them. You got to give them a boxing lesson. And then on the other side of the fence, those guys are going to be like, hey man, you got to go after him because we see he can be hurt. See what I'm saying? So that's the chess match. That's the beauty of boxing. Who can get the dash first? But I'm definitely sure that T.O., Ryan, the roadies of the world, they're all queuing up. They're all queuing up to get their chance at Devin right now. So like I said, his corner and the people around him are definitely gonna have to keep him on the one, and he just got to box. Just got to box. You know what I mean? And we'll see what happens. Maybe those guys get to him, maybe they don't. But he definitely got it. He definitely not a banger. He definitely not a puncher. That ain't for him. Also, moving on. And Gary Antuanne Russell. He fought the same guy the Adrian Broner just fought. Got him out of there. Pretty much put on a virtuous performance. Beautiful performance. Beautiful performance. Beautiful performance. Definitely from start to finish. His poise, his patience, his punching power, his punch placement, his ring IQ, all of that was on display as he, dismantled and got the guy out there fairly easy in the 6th round. And like he said, man, he come to rumble. He come to rumble. So, he just showed that, as we all know, here in the DMV that, the Russells are definitely special. And he definitely showed he's definitely special. And going forward, now the question now for us is this. Does AB answer the phone? Does AB answer the phone? You know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner, which would be a beautiful fight, a huge fight. We need that fight. That'd be great. Gary Antuanne Russell versus Adrian Broner would be definitely a fight worth watching. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, if he could stop Adrian Broner or really beat up Adrian Broner, because let's think about this for a minute. AB has been in the ring with just about everybody. Manny Pacquiao, Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia, you name it, Marcos Mandana. AB has a long list of fighters he's been, and regardless of what he does, he has that it factor. People gravitate to him. People come to see him. People want to be around him. What's up, my dude? What's up, my dude? I went on and jumped on here, man. Shout out to you, bruh. How you doing today? But yeah, man. So AB, would be a great fight. You know what I mean? And we need it, and hopefully they can do it here in the DMV, man. AB versus Gary Antuanne Russell, man, because it'll definitely be on paper. AB sounds great, but he has to want to win. Yeah. Well, in this case, we don't want him to win. In this case, we don't want AB to win. We want Antuanne to make a statement because I want that fight bad because I believe I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag. I believe if he puts on an impressive performance and beats up AB or stops AB, we can get Gary Antuanne versus Tank Davis. I think that's enough to make Tank stick around at 140 and make that fight happen because I think that fight could be major because Gary Antuanne Russell, he got knockouts. He has knockouts. Knockouts give you that it factor. When you knock people out, people want to come see. You know what I mean? People want to come see. You know what I mean? And if he knocks out, or if he was to find a way to stop Adrian Broner, which is a statement, that's a statement. Adrian Broner has never been stopped. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you AB to win because that will bring the best out of the best in Russell. You want AB to win. What do you mean? We don't want AB to win. We want Russell to win. You know what I mean? But not in that sense. You know what I mean? Of course, like we got love for AB too. But I just think that if he could find a way to convincingly beat AB, that will set up a fight. That will be enough to lure the tanks of the world to come his way. I think that'll be major, for him. So I just think AB pick up the phone, do it for the DMV, do it in the DMV. You know what I mean? We need that. We need that. You know what I'm saying? We need that fight right then and now, man. You know what I'm saying? So other news, it just came out yesterday that Jake Paul is fighting Tyron Woodley, MMA fighter. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I saw the little situation with Jay Leon Love and Tyron Woodley when Jake Paul was about to fight the last fighter he just fought. And I'll be honest with you, man. I'm kind of, no disrespect. I'm tired of Tyron Woodley, man. Like, what's up with you, bruh? Like, you constantly in and out of, different things, man. Okay, hold on. What I'm saying is AB acts like he's an opponent. It will make the fight more competitive. Okay. I'm not gonna take away from that, man. I just want, like I said, I want that fight. Hope AB come to fight. And AB is going to come to fight because he knows that this is like one of those in between fights for him. It's a fight where he has to show up. So he's gonna do that. He's gonna do that. Plus, he also knows that Gary Antuanne Russell ain't nothing to play around with. So he's definitely gonna bring his lunch pail because if he don't, he's gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because Russell come to rumble. He come to boogie, baby. He come to boogie. Uh, but back to Tyron Woodley, man. I mean, look, bro, you went on a little losing streak in the MMA. You wasn't even, and I'm not trying to diss, but you wasn't. You got beat up by the one dude you fought. Then you got stopped by Kobe Covington. Now you trying to get in the boxing ring. We know you boxing is somewhat of your background, but come on, man. I see another knockout. We got another brother that Jake Paul gonna put to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps steamrolling. It's gonna keep steamrolling. I'm not mad at what Jake Paul doing. I just don't want Tyron Woodley to be the guy that he do it to. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Get out the way. Get out the way. That whole little, situation you went through in the dressing room. Maybe you was trying to set up the fight then when you was going back and forth with Jay Lee and I love, man. But come on, man. I mean, you gotta get out the way, man. You know what I mean? Let them keep beating up the MMA fighters that we don't like. But I just don't see this going well for Tyron Woodley, man. And with that being said, his brother Logan is, y'all know what it is, man. The Mayweather weekend is here. Mayweather weekend is here. You know what I'm saying? And what Mayweather's doing, be honest with you, I think these young fighters, it's layers to what's going on right here. What Floyd Mayweather is doing, it should energize or should put a spark through all those young fighters that's out there that's just on YouTube, just on their social media platform and not really watching what he did. What he's saying is this, bro. You got to find different ways to market yourself. Because think about this. A retired fighter who has not fought in a few years is about to get in the ring on a Sunday. He ain't even fighting on Saturday. He's fighting on a Sunday. And he's going to make more money than all of y'all fighters that's going to fight this year. You should be infuriated. You should be embarrassed that this is the case. All because he found a way to market himself. It's not, y'all may say, oh man, Mayweather's a sellout and he's doing this, he's making a mockery of the sport. No, he's not. He's doing what he got to do to keep himself in line with his pockets. He fought his fight. The man fought, we're not going to count the Conor McGregor fight or the Berto fight, but he fought 48 legitimate fights. Okay, 48 legitimate fights is under his tenure. He's done that. He doesn't owe the sport nothing. He's retired, and he's coming out of retirement to fight an exhibition against a YouTuber and going to make more money than every top fighter in the sport of boxing right now. That's what y'all need to be looking at. All right, man, what do I need to do to get myself into this type of air? What do I need to do to get myself in this type of market? Because that's what opened the floodgates for the fights we want. You know what I mean? That's what these youngers need to be learning from him. Because right now he's laughing at everybody. Y'all out here getting mad and dragging his name in the mud. He's fine. He's fine. He know he about to get in the ring, put on a little show. The stars gonna be out. They down Miami. It's gonna be crazy, yo. It's gonna be crazy. And I don't care who wins. To be honest with you, man. It's just I just want to see, I just want to see a good competitive fight. Speaking of that, on the undercard of that, I'm a little concerned about Chad Johnson. Because this dude that Chad is fighting, he's not a boxer per se, but he is a professional fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a professional, like bare knuckle MMA type guy. I don't know about that one, Chad. I mean, I don't know about that, Chad. I think Chad might get put to sleep. I don't want him to get put to sleep. And a lot of people won't be laughing at ha for all this showing off for all these years. But I think Chad may have to reevaluate this situation, man. Because like I said, I don't think he should be in there with a professional. You know what I mean? Like I said, the guy's not a boxer, but he is an MMA bare knuckle fighter. Chad might be in trouble on the undercard of this Mayweather Paul thing. Chad might be in trouble. So y'all who tuning in on Sunday, you might want to tune in to that one a little early. Because Chad might get cracked. You know what I'm saying? And then also on the undercard, shout out to Jaleel Hackett and Jared Hurd. You know what I mean? We got a couple more of our DMV guys on the card on the Mayweather pay per view, man. Go out there, do your thing, man. And Boxing DC group, show them love. Show them love. Let's, shout out to those guys that's out there on the card, man. So, also, in other news, Canelo and Oscar are going back and forth, but Oscar is lunching. Like Oscar is all of a sudden saying he does everything wrong. He don't do this right. He don't do that right. And then he ducking at Twin Chalo. At Twin Chalo is not Jamal Chalo. At Twin Chalo is Jamal Chalo. So I mean, come on, Oscar, man. I think Oscar. I'm not being funny, man. No, not trying to make fun of nobody's situation. I think Oscar need to go back to rehab, man. The way he was talking on that Triller broadcast and slurring his words and all over the place, and now he's on social media saying stuff about Canelo. He's acting the wrong Chalo brother. Hey, man, get you some help. Get you some help. Stop. Get you some help, bro, because you're looking crazy in the streets. Your fighter left you. Your fighter left you because you didn't honor what you said. Your fighter left you because you didn't take care of him the way he thought you should take care of him. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Not because of anything else. Not because he can't fight and he all of those stuff. He's the biggest attraction in the sport with or without you at this point. But come on, get off it. Get you some help. Go to rehab. Do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Also, in other news, Tyson Fury said to this morning that he's off social media. He don't want to be on social media. He's dialed in, locked in. The next time y'all gonna see him on social media or anywhere is when he's in the ring with Deontay Wilder, saying he's laser focused. You know what I mean? So he's coming to really hurt Deontay Wilder. He's really upset about all the accusations that he's facing with the gloves and all the situation that he's dealing with all that. He is definitely coming to put damage in there. I don't know, for the Wilder fans and all of the supporters, I don't know if that's scary or how you should feel, but he definitely saying he's dialed in. And this time around, y'all, that it's no excuses, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna make sure everything is checked. They're gonna make sure all his gloves is checked. They're gonna make sure everything everything gonna be on the one. And let's hope them, let's just hope them Malik Scott got Wilder ready the way he say he is. Because Tyson Fury said he's going into camp and he's locked down to July 24th. You know what I'm saying? He locked in. He's coming out. And he's really coming to put a thrashing on Deontay Wilder. Say he really want to hurt him. So let's see, man. Let's see if the Bronze Bomber can bounce back and get back into the swing of things. And we'll see from there. Maybe he'll end up fighting AJ later on in the year. But that's where it is right now. We'll get our predictions and our thoughts on that fight as we get nearer. You know what I'm saying? Wilder did have an interview the other day on 780 Sports, I believe. And, it's pretty good interview, said a few things, just being Wilder being Wilder, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely we'll definitely see how it goes, and I definitely want to pay close attention to his camp, man. You know what? To get back to Floyd for a minute, he went live at like 3:00 this morning, at like 3:00 in the morning. And within a minute, he had like almost 30,000 people on his live. He still has the boxing world at the palm of his hand. He still has everybody following his every move and everything he do. So he may do this maybe one or two more times. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of hard to get away from the game when everybody's still that drawn to you. And we definitely just gotta, like I said, man, stop the hate. I see all these people talking about, Pacquiao's career is so much better than Floyd's, and because he's fighting Earl Spence, and Floyd should be ashamed of himself and all that. Listen, man, it's two different situations, two different completely situations. If Pacquiao could make the money that Mayweather is making fighting a YouTuber, he'd do it. If he could have made the money fighting Conor McGregor, he'd have done it. He can't get that money no other place than fighting somebody like Earl Spence. So yeah, he got to go into the fire to get the money. That's fine, and he's willing to do it. You know what I mean? He probably when he finished that fight, he probably be able to buy half a country. You know what I'm saying? And he just got to do it. I mean, everybody, listen. We miss we misunderstand the power of celebrity in the sport of boxing. Some people in the sport of boxing are actually celebrities. Not saying that Manny Pacquiao is not. It's just his celebrity doesn't draw the attention that a Mayweather does. It just happens. It happens that way. His celebrity is more on just the boxing level. Floyd's celebrity is more on a global level, meaning that people just, I think it's more people want to see Floyd get whooped, and then some people just want to see Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao, people just want to love him for the love of his competition. So he has to fight fighters that people want to see him in the ring with. You know what I mean? Speaking of Manny Pacquiao and all of that, you know, Udonis Ugas is he's not feeling that well. He's stressed out and kind of got sick because of the weight of the situation. And of course, I think we all hear now that they're going to take his title from him or demote his status as a title of being the WBA champion and give that status back to Pacquiao in order for to make the Earl Spence fight even bigger. You know what I mean? So I mean, hey, I mean at the end of the day, real talk, real talk. I mean it was Manny Pacquiao belt to begin with. They just made up a rule and said he's a champion recess. Well, he's out of recess and he's fighting you know, Earl. And then for Ugas, it's like the double whammy because he was supposed to fight Earl. He was supposed to be the WBA champion. And now he's neither. And he's not doing neither. So, I mean, I can understand why he's distraught. Me personally, I'm going to be honest with the dude. You know what I mean? Because me and him had a little chat, on Twitter yesterday. But I'll be honest with you. I think he should have took the opportunity to get Terrence Crawford when he had the chance. You know what I mean? I know it looked more promising to go ahead and get a belt, but I think he should have took that Crawford fight in advance, and maybe a lot of things would be different. And right now, to be honest with you, might still be best to fight Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? He'll be a good opponent for Terrence Crawford. Should be a much easier fight to make. You know what I mean? I'm sure at this point he realizes that you're in a situation where you gotta take what's given to you and just go ahead and make the fight happen. And some of these situations, a lot of fighters I understand, the business is tough and you want to be your own man, but in some cases, y'all just got to take the fights the way you got to get them. You got to take the fight the way you got to get them. If they offer you $1 million to fight Bud Crawford, take it, bro. Take it. Because the buffet line is moving. You know what I mean? The buffet line is moving in the 147-pound division, and the youngins is here. The next crop is here. So you better jump on the buffet line now. You better get you Keith now. You better get you Terrence now. You got to get these fights out the way, man. You know what I mean? So y'all in the comment section, man, what y'all got on your mind today, man, while we here, man? Drop your comment in the comment section, put it on the screen. Let's chop it up. You know what I mean? But, Logan Paul is doing his media day. I wasn't really interested in that. You know what I mean? A lot of people were upset about this weekend, calling it a clown show, all of that. I'm just saying this type of stuff has been going on since the beginning of time. This type of stuff has been going on since Jack Johnson, Ali did it, everybody did it. And then people say, well, they don't do this in no other sport. Like they didn't have pros versus Joes and all that kind of stuff. They do it all the time. Battle with the network stars. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. Celebrity basketball games, celebrity baseball games. They do it all the time. Just Floyd brings a different attention. Floyd brings a different light that most people, can't really gravitate with or get with, man. But Floyd brings that aura. You know what I mean? You'll see when they come out the dressing room on Sunday night. If the stars is out, it's a W for him. You know what I mean? If the stars come out, it's Floyd. Yeah, it's pay-per-view. It's pay-per-view. I think you're gonna have to look up which app is doing the pay-per-view this time around. You're gonna have to kind of see because they got different apps. They got the Fight app now that people use. Could be Showtime pay-per-view. It's gonna be different ways to get it on your screen through pay-per-view. You just gotta just look it up. But yeah, it's pay-per-view. It's pay-per-view. It's a pay-per-view event. Showtime. So yeah, it's a Showtime pay-per-view, Tim. You know what I'm saying? It's a Showtime pay-per-view. And also, yeah, shout out to my man Rob from Black Star Sports TV, man. They got a great show. Him and a lot of guys, they do their show on YouTube on Sunday morning. On Sunday morning, so you definitely gotta check this out, man. And definitely, I gotta, we're gonna set something up to get you on up on here, too as well, Rob. In the next few times, I do got some interviews that I'm working on in the bag. Hold on, let me see what we're talking about. Badu Jack versus Pascal and I haven't hurts the card. It do. It do and it don't, man. I mean, Pascal tested positive, and many people, now they're going through and talking about, let's figure out how long he been on whatever they called him on and all that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say about Pascal. I don't know what to say about Pascal and all that, man. And I was hoping they would get a replacement for for Badu Jack. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping they find a replacement for Badu Jack because Badu Jack, because see, this is the one thing that a lot of people miss on the undercard of the Nate Robinson fight with Tyson and Roy and Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. Badu Jack fought a tough fighter that night. A dude named Blake McCracken, an undefeated fighter. Badu Jack fought a tough fighter that night, and actually, like that's the best I ever seen Badu look. Like Badu actually like the dude Blake that he fought is a banger. He come to boogie. You know what I'm saying? He wrecks Bambas. Like I mean, he's a guy. I met in passing over the years, so got to follow him a little bit. So Blake McCracken wasn't no easy fighter, and he moved up and weight to fight Blake. And I just like I say, before the fight, I thought Badu was gonna get knocked out like Nate. You know what I'm saying? I said Nate and Badu was gonna get knocked out, but Badu went out there and fought a beautiful fight. You know what I mean? I was really impressed with Badu Jack, man. You know what I mean? So I was hoping to see him run that back with Pascal because I thought he got robbed in Atlanta on the tank undercard. I thought he beat Pascal that night. You know what I'm saying? He got rocked early. I mean, rock. I thought he was gonna get Badu out of there too. But then he got himself together, came back and won the fight. So, hopefully he'll get an opponent soon of some value. But yeah, you gotta give Badu his roses, man. He's one of the few fighters that Floyd took. He took a couple guys that kind of was not, up to par or up in status or whatever, and he tried to work with them. And Badu was one of the ones who actually ended up having a decent run. You know what I mean? He had a decent run. Fought Anthony Durrell, fought Adonis Stevenson, he fought Marcus Brown, Pascal. So he got it. James DeGale. So he had some fights. He had some fights. I'm gonna give the man his roses, man. I'm gonna give the man his roses. He didn't make it to you know what I mean. So I'm gonna give the man his roses. He had some pretty good fights, man. You know what I'm saying? But what else y'all got for me today, man? You know what I mean? What y'all got for me today, man? Talk to me, man. You know what I mean? While we up in here, man. Any questions, anything on your mind? What's pressing? What's hot? You know what I mean? Make sure I touched on my topics. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, man. So like I say, man, till the next time, man, we're gonna be back at our normal time, Monday at 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm gonna keep on working, keep on grinding, try to get us, some more hot interviews. Got a few people that I'm waiting to hear back from, and we're gonna keep it rolling. Till the next time, man. Y'all be safe, be blessed, man. Team Lone Child Boxing, man. One.